Hey guys, just a quick update on my HobbyKing Desert Fox. This guy's been sitting on my bench for a couple of months. Last time I ran it, I had just bought this guy used, and I threw in a Traxxas Velineon system in there, and it wasn't as impressive as I thought speed-wise. Posted a couple of videos. Some of the viewers have commented that my slipper was slipping because I was making a lot of noise. So I threw this back in my bench and I kind of left it alone for a little bit. So I finally took it apart, tightened up the slipper. It was pretty loose. Cleaned up the rear differential a little bit. Greased it up with let's see. I'll show this guy to you. Little Tamiya anti-wear grease. This thing is pretty thick, pretty sticky. Some people don't like it. I'm not sure. I like Tamiya stuff. I like the grease. The ceramic grease is top notch. I've never actually used the anti-wear grease, so we'll see how it works out. It's I don't know. I just kind of ran on the bench a little bit. Sounds pretty smooth. I did realize that when I had the differential apart, not apart, but taken out, something was binding, so I couldn't figure out what it was. And I realized that if the A-arms is completely, if it's too low, it would bind a little bit. It doesn't matter which side, both sides was kind of binding. If I just have a little pressure on the spring shocks, if I lift it up just a little bit, it wouldn't bind anymore. So I'm not sure if it's because of the geometry, or maybe the bone is rubbing the cup here or something like that, that angle. But just pay attention when you're working on that. See if it's binding pretty bad. I didn't do anything to alleviate that, because as soon as this guy sits on itself on the wheels, and it is going to compress a little bit, and just, tiny little bit was enough to unbind it. So pay attention to that. Didn't really do anything. I just kind of cleaned it up. I have the TowerPro MG996R servo in there with the aluminum horn. I wouldn't recommend the TowerPro servos. They're cheap. I bought a bunch of them. I use them in a lot of my trucks. And they have a consistent problem. They just wouldn't center right. Every single one of them. And I bought 2 different batches from 2 different sellers. They all did the same thing. I mean, the speed wise, torque wise, great, but it always a problem centering from. It's actually only from one direction. I don't know if it's left or right, but it's only one direction that it wouldn't center right. So it is a little bit annoying when you're running and then it just wouldn't center. So I would not recommend it, even though they're pretty cheap, $4 or $5 a piece. Let's see. Tires wise, stock tires, I think they're okay. They're not the greatest. While this guy was down, I did a little shopping. I'll bring you over here. Got the Proline Intego TSL SX Super Swammer short course tires. These great. These guys look great. The tread looks good. I think these are. I think they just made this short course version of it. I think they were used to be for crawling and stuff, but they look great. So, and for wheels, got a spare set of Viterra Glamazzuno short course. Excuse me. What do you call these? Beat locks. Yeah. So I had these actually sitting around for quite a bit. So finally I can put these into use. But I won't put them on just yet. I'm actually gonna go and run this guy just to make sure that the slipper is fine, the differential is fine, and then maybe a day or two I'll put these on. All right. Oh, crap. Oh, jeez. Hear the gears clicking, so something might have gotten stuck. Lots of dirt. There's a little something stuck in there. Yeah, let me go get this cleaned up, or else it's gonna strip. So, not a big fan of the open spur design, but so it also makes it easy to clean. There was some stuff that was stuck in it, so take a little pick, scrape it out. Actually, let me use a chip brush. It's probably better. Make sure you use a firm brush, a soft one. Alright, good to go. Still hear the clicking. Sounds so weird. You see the cup is starting to wear out. Might have to take that out, swap it with the other side so that, yeah, see how that's kind of made that little notch there. I'll just swap it with the other side so that the other side is still flat. But something is kind of blinding. What is it? Something is rubbing. Why is it wobbling? Not sure where the clicking noise is coming from. Wow. There's nothing in the pinion or spur. Well, we'll drive it till it breaks. Maybe I'll stay off the dirt a little bit. We're just kind of still, but this is our desert buggy, and what's the point of not running on dirt? Yeah, struggles a little bit on grass. Not the best tire for grass runs. Turns very sharp. Is that like I said, these TowerPro servos are great. Good speed, good torque. It's just that they don't center. There's a problem centering, so I'm gonna have to find a different servo for this. See, sliding all over the place in the rear. Yeah, the tires are not gripping that well in the grass. Yeah, barely turn the steering and slides over. Fairly cool. And keep my finger on it. It lacks a little bit of speed. I thought the Velineon system would make it pretty fast. Maybe I try a different gearing. Just doesn't seem like enough. There's enough acceleration. Needs a little bit of torque. spins out as soon as I hit the dirt. This could also be the Tamiya anti-wear grease I put in the back rear differential. There was a very very sticky, very hard grease. So it's not. It turns very sharply. It's not. Losing traction because it's because of the high viscosity grease. Maybe I'll put a little bit of different grease on it. Let's see if it helps. I think my battery's about done. Pretty disappointing runtime there. Fully charged battery. Oh, let's see. I think I get. Oh, I only have the 4,000 milliamp pack in there today. Maybe that's why. Usually use the 54 or 5300 milliamp ones. Gives a little bit more runtime. I'm gonna walk it. Oh, look at that. Two-wheel drive. I think I know what happened. The center bone, the little pin, I think it popped out. It's happened to me before. No wonder I was sliding all over the place. I was wondering why. Yeah, the center shaft, the little one end of the shaft has a little pin on it, just like a little wheel pin. I think I lost that one. Somehow it's just, I don't know how it's held down. I thought it was one piece, but it's not. So that pin slides out, and I lose a four-wheel drive. So last time when it happened, I took a little wheel pin and then shoved it back into the hole and super glued it. It held up for a little bit, and I guess I finally gave.